it hard to learn the violin? Keep watching to find out. If we haven't met, hi, I'm Megan. I'm a violinist and teacher, currently based in New Jersey. I've been playing the violin for over 20 years. I have both my bachelor's and master's degrees in violin performance, and I'm a Suzuki trained teacher. If you're enjoying my videos, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out my online learning program, Learn Violin Online, which is always linked in the description. You can try it for yourself totally free for 5 days. Is it hard to learn the violin? Yes. Here are some of the reasons why I personally think it is hard to learn the violin. The first reason is that violin is heavily reliant on posture, and this posture is not necessarily natural. So it's extremely important that students learn how to hold the bow properly, how to hold the violin properly, where to place their left hand, how to put down their fingers. Because if all of these things aren't in place, quite frankly, it's just not going to sound good. Contrast, an instrument like piano or even guitar really doesn't have a ton of posture things to remember. Sure, there's specific ways that you want to, place your fingers. Of course, you want to, have your guitar angled at a certain way, but there's really very minimal posture requirements for other instruments, especially compared to the violin. Another thing that I think makes the violin so hard is that you have to have a lot of certain things in place in order to make a good sound. So you have to be able to hold the bow properly, you have to be able to keep it straight, you have to be able to keep it in a solid contact point. So there's really a lot that you have to master to even just play an open string beautifully. Again, this is contrasting with like the piano where you just hit a key and it sounds good. Certain wind instruments, not all, you just blow into it and automatically you can sound decent. With the violin, it's not that easy. Another thing that makes the violin so difficult is that you have to place your fingers in exactly the right position. So I'm talking about your left hand fingers, and if they're even like half of a millimeter off, you're out of tune and it's not gonna sound right. And again, other instruments don't have that issue. With the piano, again, you just press a key. With the wind instrument, you just make sure the right keys are pressed down, right? You don't have to be as precise with those as you do with the violin. Finally, there are so many nuanced techniques that you have to master when it comes to violin, which I believe is true of all instruments, really. So that's everything from, the angle of your bow, the placement of your bow, the amount of weight you're putting into the bow, the amount of bow you're using, what part of the bow you're in, what bow stroke you're using, to shifting the angle of your elbow, the angle of your head, your vibrato, and that's just a few of them. There's a lot that goes into learning to play the violin, and yes, it's difficult. But that's not to say you can't do it. One of the core pillars of the Suzuki method is that talent is not born, and I firmly believe that. I don't believe there's any particular reason or particular gene that people have where they just become good with the violin. They love it, they practice, there's no secret, there's no magic, there's no pill you can take, although I wish there was. So even though it's difficult, you can do it if you want to. I promise. I'm living proof. What do you think is the most difficult part of the violin? Drop a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for watching.